It started with a beer in the fridge and a fear that history was about to repeat itself. This is the story behind Say It Ain't So by Weezer, a debut album with a blue cover and not a single skip, the Blue Album. At its heart is a song that feels like a cry from a kid trying to make sense of his family. As Rivers was writing, a memory from his teens came rushing back. When he was 16, Rivers came home, opened the fridge, and saw a beer. It belonged to his stepdad, Stephen Kitts, but to Rivers, it was a bad sign. His father had left when he was 4, and Rivers believed alcoholism was the reason, so that single beer felt like history repeating itself. That fear poured straight into the song. This bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather, the sun is drowning in the flood. Rivers was petrified of alcohol. He didn't take a sip until he was 21. The song was his way of confronting that fear and the pain of abandonment that came with it. Part of that fear came from an image that haunted him, an old photo of his dad holding a Heineken, smoking a cigar, looking tough and distant. For years, Rivers and his brother believed that picture proved their father was an alcoholic, the reason he'd left. Rivers' father, Frank Cuomo, had become a Pentecostal bishop and musician. They barely spoke until after the song came out. When Say It Ain't So became a hit, Rivers got a fax for him. Yes, a fax that said, "Weezer, give me a call. We need to talk." When they finally reconnected, Rivers learned the truth. Neither his dad nor his stepdad were alcoholics. That photo, it was just a joke. It was props for a picture. His mom told him he didn't even drink or smoke, and he was like a Zen Buddhist guy. So the song that captured Rivers' deepest childhood fear was built on a misunderstanding. But the emotion was still real. The confusion, the loneliness, the sound of that fridge door closing, and a lifetime of hurt echoing behind it. He later admitted, "I was an angry young man. I was quick to point the finger." But in time, he came to see his father in a new light, even finding inspiration watching videos of him preaching and playing drums. It helped Rivers realize that performing, music, and spirituality were in his DNA all along. Say It Ain't So wasn't just catharsis, it was connection, a bridge back to the father he thought he'd lost. The song became one of Weezer's defining moments, ranked among Rolling Stone's 100 greatest guitar songs of all time, and the video shot by Sophie Muller in Weezer's little rehearsal house in Los Angeles captured that quintessential 90s alt-rock energy. And that King Diamond poster in the background was a quiet nod to Rivers' heavy metal roots. Before he was an alt-rock frontman, he was just a kid in a glam metal band called Avant Garde, trying to find his place. The Blue Album proved he found it. Rivers once built an encyclopedia of pop to study why bands like Nirvana, Green Day, and Oasis connected so deeply. But the truth is, he'd already written one of those songs himself. It's fear and forgiveness, it's memory and myth. It's the way music helps us make sense of the stories we carry. This is Say It Ain't So by Weezer.